Time limit. This will be a Beat the Champ elimination tournament bout. Johnny Red Shoes Dugan is the referee. One fall 15. Introducing on my right, weighing 236, Mr. Mexico. And his opponent weighing in at 255 from parts unknown, but known in wrestling as the Assassin.
Well, wrestling fans, here we go. This is a Beat the Champ elimination match, which means that the winner will go into the Beat the Champ semifinals, and of course, hopefully on to the victorious spot of new Beat the Champ. Right now we have the Assassin in here against Mr. Mexico, and this is kind of a pretty even match because Mr. Mexico, I understand, is tipping the scales at about 260 pounds. The Assassin coming in at about 270 something. And I'll tell you something, when you have two big heavyweights like this, well, sometimes it can be a very slow match, and sometimes it can be a very fast-paced match, as this one's starting off to be. Side headlock by Mr. Mexico. This young fella has been wrestling quite a while from Mexico City in Mexico, and recently came to the United States, and he's catching on very quickly to the American style of wrestling, which is a lot slower paced and, of course, more Greco-Roman and catch-as-catch-can than the Mexican style of wrestling, which is an up-and-down style of flying tackles and maneuvers and various forms of wrestling. Good body tackle by the Assassin. Leaps over, and let's see what happens. Whoa, high black body drop by Mr. Mexico, and into that side headlock, snapmare takedown, and it's Mexico on top of the Assassin. Parts Unknown is where the Assassin's from. It's a nice town. I was there a couple of years ago. I always wonder why a wrestler will say Parts Unknown. That's where he's from. And, of course, he doesn't want it known where he is from. I mean, he might even be from around the corner, you know. I mean, they don't want to say. And it's perfectly legal in wrestling not to divulge the city or the town that you are from, if you so choose. Most wrestlers, however, will say they're from a various city or town and where they started wrestling, where they were born, where they live. And it's usually introduced by the ring announcer, such as Jimmy Lennon and various others. Into the ropes goes Mr. Mexico. Ooh, a good tackle sends the Assassin down. Good! Side waist lock sends him down to the mat, and Mr. Mexico, complete control, using his weight now to top the Assassin. Using your weight in wrestling is perfectly legal, and there's no rule against it, and of course that's the object, to throw your opponent off balance and eventually pin him. Mr. Mexico's got a lot of weight there too, so I mean, the Assassin's no slouch. Both these men, for their weight and their bulk, can move extremely fast if you keep your eyes on them. For heavyweights, to me, they are two of the fastest men that I have ever seen, and I've seen some big men like Bobo Brazil and Ox Baker, men that just really were tremendous. Even, you know, Haystack Calhoun in his day was an agile man for his size, but still he wasn't able to move as fast as he just used his weight to big advantage. I understand Haystack Calhoun is retired and living in Colton, California. Originally hailed from Morgan Corners, Arkansas. Many of you will remember Haystack Calhoun took the scale at over 400 pounds. He was one of the biggest, heaviest men in wrestling many years ago. Of course, as wrestling has progressed, there have been a lot heavier men. You know, Andre the Giant weighs almost 500 pounds now. There's several others. Of course, in the old days, there was Haystack Muldoon and Farmer Clancy. Quite a few of the old men that weighed in excess of 400 or 500 pounds. Mexico saying, threatening a fist, and he throws that fist into the side of the face to get a release. The Assassin, of course, was using hair to legal means. Slapping away at the side of the face. There goes Mr. Mexico, going to work on the assassin. Beals him right to the center of the ring. Now it's Mr. Mexico, and Mr. Mexico whips the assassin in the ropes. High side body drop, sends the assassin down. Mexico in there for one, only a count of one. Side headlock by Mr. Mexico. Into the ropes, and the assassin is caught unaware, and Mexico, oh, there's that reverse knee drop. The assassin tops him for one, only one. The assassin now going to work into the ropes with Mr. Mexico. Oh, a good drop kick. You see what I mean by speed? That caught him flush on the face. Only a count of two. Down goes Mr. Mexico. I think the assassin put something in his mask. He sure enough did. And Mr. Mexico loses. The winner in this Beat the Champ elimination match, the assassin. Don't go away. We've got more wrestling coming up after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, scoring in an even 9 minutes. Scoring a win, the assassin now with 2 points in the Beat the Champ tournament.